are going to start with the strut tow bars. And what I'm going to do here is I have 1.25 inch round stock steel, where I'm going to take a counterboring bit and I'm going to drill it. But before I do that, I'm going to cut it to length, to 2 3/4. I'm going to cut it, and then I'm going to drill it. And basically what that's going to give me is a nice strong stout tube to bolt to the top of the strut tower or the coilover bolt. So that's what we're doing for the strut tow bar. I'm going to run it. Alright, so you guys see what the plan is. So this is going on the shock tower. Where the small hole is, that's where the coilover stud's going to go through. You see on the other end, bigger diameter hole. And you could probably tell it's about 3/16 thick. And this is all machined from one single piece. So it's super stout, right? And true, that's what's most important. It's 1.25 inch in diameter. Look how thick that wall is right here. So it has a tremendous amount of shear force. This is why I went with something like this. So the way this works, we have this nut. The nut's it has to fit in there. But at the same time, a socket has to get in there. So there's this deep socket. It's a 14 millimeter, and it goes in there, and boom. It's just big enough for that deep socket to fit in there. Just like that. You see that the nut's there? It's going to go in there and it's going to thread over it. So I got to make a lot more of these. So it's 2 per strut tower. So I need to make 7 more. These guys are done. Look at that. Took a little off in the milling because the outer diameter, it does hit the tower a little bit, so we took some off, add a little flare. Got these guys all bolted up. Just in case you didn't know, now you know. So these guys, basically all I did is run a bolt through the bottom wire, and then put the nut on top and then bolted them down as if those were the coilovers. These are my strut tow bars. They're just basically extension towers. Here we have our 1 inch 120 wall DOM tube, and we're gonna bend them 22 degrees, go straight and go to their corresponding tower, and then I'll add a little gusset in between them and then plate it, and then that'll be our finished look. Alright, so I took a piece of filler rod and I bent it exactly where I wanted to bend and to see how long I needed it. I'll try to mimic that with the tubing bender here. And here we have the 2 ends of the pipes basically bent. They need to be cut and coped, but that's essentially how they're gonna lie. I'll bend those 2 sides just to give you guys an idea. So cope this one just needs to be coped. I need to cut this guy so that it falls behind the brake fluid reservoir. There it is, it's all tacked up.
Is that your brother?
Nah.
No. What's that one for?
So I'm gonna have another bar go across.
Are you connecting it with that one?
No, it's just gonna be it's gonna connect this guy to this guy.
So just strengthen out it's like a sway bar?
And then I'm gonna add a bar between the two bars right here, and then a plate over the top of it, just for fancy.
For fancy?
For fancy.
So in case if it rains?
Yeah.
Then what's this for? Well, they take that off.
What's this for, he says. That was him. He's wondering what the hood is for. Yeah.
What's the hood for? Take it off and right with the engine.
I don't know what the hood is for. Alright, so that's all tacked up, so let's get the other one made up. So the plan was to TIG it, as you can see, but I'm running into issues with really bad contaminated steel. It might be that I have too much stick out, but I just try and running my stick out a little bit in closer, and I got the same product. Over here, same thing. It just blew out, and I couldn't even really start the puddle. Just, you can see how dirty that is. It's brown. So it looks like I am gonna be making this. There we have our MIG welds. So I was thinking I'll grind the welds down to a flat surface, and then to give it a finished look, hopefully I can TIG it. Hopefully the nice clean metal with the MIG, and then with the extra heat, I burnt all the way, got all the nasty shit out of the metal, so now I could probably TIG it. That's the downside of TIGging, but at least for me, I'm one of those welders that I need to see the weld puddle, so I have a pretty long stick out on the TIG, so essentially I can't really weld on dirty metal, at least not with the TIG. So what I'm going to do is, now I'm going to grind these down. Alright, so here they are all cleaned up. Try to TIG weld them again. It should work out this time. And here we have it. Finished product, nice and the TIG welds. I was so much happier with this result. I really don't. See the difference between a MIG weld and then the TIG weld. It's just a lot cleaner, more presentable. And here's the second strut tow bar. Weld it up. Oh man, I don't know if you can. There we go. That's the second one. First one's down here, along with the spindles. So as soon as I get this guy, I'm gonna start assembling the front end. I don't know why I was holding the camera down there, but yeah, I still have some more fabrication to do to the front end. There's a secondary bracing I need to do to the fender well, attach main frame where the door mounts to, essentially tying in that whole section, which is basically the strut tower. I tie that into the whole body, and that adds a tremendous amount of rigidity. I mean, it's actually more beneficial than these strut tow bars, but I figured between those two, that front end should be extremely stiff. So this car should turn. I'm hoping that's the case. We'll see once we get it on the track. It's going to be a while from now, but there's absolutely no flex in the material that I use compared to what you buy out in the market. Do you want that rigidity in a normal daily drive? Probably not. I would say no, but you know, this is, although it is going to be used for a daily driver, I'm tailoring more towards a track car. So sorry about the music in the background, but it motivates me. So let's start. Calling it quits today. Super stoked on the way these turned out. I'm happy that I was able to get it to make it work, because this is exactly the look that I wanted. So I don't have a lot of time. I am a full-time engineering student. I do work full-time. You know, I'm trying to get this channel going. I'm trying to have other projects that I'm trying to tend to, both here at my house and you know, elsewhere. So yeah, I'm super busy. But not an excuse, right? I should really be focusing on this. I should be really diligent with my time and where I place it. So anyways, thanks for tuning in. Y el rato, güeyes.